The galaxy's greatest hunters have chosen to make the ultimate organism its prey. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the NECA original Alien vs Predator 2-pack. Stay tuned. So before we get into this review, I'm just going to make a quick disclaimer, guys. I did get these from AliExpress, so there is a more than likely chance that they are probably bootlegs. You know, they're not official NECA figures. They've been re-released by the people who work at the factories, or at least that's one theory that I have. Another theory is they are reject stock that never got sold and they've lingered about in some warehouse, and now the employees of the factory have just said, right, we can sell these and make money. That's just one of my many theories, but as I said, guys, I always say this: buy on AliExpress at your own risk, and know that, you know, there are very likely chances that what you're getting isn't real. But you can also get real stuff on there, so it really is up to you. Now, the reason why I resorted to doing this is because this set currently goes for unbelievable prices. Like, there is just no way on God's earth I would be able to own this legitimately at the prices it's going for. But I still think that these figures, for what they are a reasonable enough comparison to the original. And yeah, I just think it's worth taking a look at. So, notable problems right out of the bat is the mouth on this alien doesn't move, and the blades on this Predator have been put on the wrong way round. So that kind of increases my theory that this could be reject stock, or it could just be the bootleggers made an upsie. But anyway, we're going to get on to reviewing these two figures. So I think we're going to start with the Alien because that was released first, you know, in film-wise. And what I do like about these figures is they are both based on the original incarnations of both characters. So this Alien is from Alien and this Predator is from Predator. So you guys may have seen me compare this to my new big chap Alien, or the newest one. I have him right here. So this is the current up-to-date version that has come out, and this is the original that came out way back in, was it 2008? I have a feeling it was 2008, but don't quote me on that, guys. So, taking a look at him, one thing that you will notice straight away is the limited articulation. So he doesn't have ball pegs or even those crappy joints that they used for quite a while. He only has swivel joints. So, you know, they can rotate right the way around, but you get a very funny position out of them. He does actually have rotation at the top of the leg. He has only a 90-degree bend at the knee, and his feet can only go forward and back. They can't actually swivel or anything. His torso is on a ball joint, so it can rotate right the way around as well as go forward, back, and side to side. So that's quite good. His arms can come right the way out, just as they can on the new version, but they do have bicep. That's if it'll work. I'll try the other arm. They do have bicep rotation. Only a single bend at the elbow, you know, the double joints weren't really a thing yet. And then only a rotation at the hand. But we do have the best head articulation I've ever seen on a xenomorph. So it's on a ball peg joint. It can go really far back, really far forward, can swivel from side to side, and rotate from side to side. Also, the material that's been used for these little biohoses is even softer than the newer figure, so you do get a lot of free motion with it. But sadly, you know, I can't understand why they don't use this ball peg on the newer ones. Instead, we've got this crappy joint in here, and I can't understand what it is. You know, it's like this head has such free motion. Why can't you just use this again? This guy is tall, guys. He is very, very tall. And that is if you get him to stand. I can barely get him on camera. So, oh yeah, the little mouth has popped out. So, yeah, you do have that. And I really like the skull on this guy. It's very, very visible. It's very Giger-esque. Sadly, some of the paint has stuck to the dome because I can't seem to have an alien that has a dome that doesn't have something wrong with it. It's really annoying, but there you go. In terms of paint-wise, it's a very matte finish, aside from the head. The head is quite shiny, but the rest of it is very matte. And what you really have is just this silver that's been sprayed over the chest area and around the waist. But it still looks really, really nice. Like I said, it looks very Giger-esque. I still think it captures essentially what the alien is supposed to be. And considering this is an old figure, I still think it's very, very good. It holds up today. There is a bendy wire in the tail, and it is actually surprisingly good. You know, I didn't think it would be as good as it is. So, I mean, if this is a bootleg, guys, all I'm going to say is they've done a damn good job. Sadly, my mouth doesn't move, as I've said. It is stuck in that open position, but, you know, I still love this, and this takes front and center on my shelf display, funnily enough. It stands really, really well, especially considering it has that limited articulation. Like, look at that. It has a very good balance, a very good center of gravity with it. So, really well done. And I think one of the main reasons for that is it doesn't have that sodding toe articulation. Because, you know, what I wish NECA and other toy companies would understand is there is such thing as too much articulation. You give a figure too much articulation, the more lanky and difficult to stand it's going to be, and the more it's going to loosen up over time. So this is very sturdy. Look, you got those perfectly flat feet. They even do have pegs if you want to attach them to things. They got all the legal stuff on there. NECA 2008, yeah, so I was right, it is 2008. But yeah, it's very, very tall and just very good figure, honestly. Like, even standing him next to the new one, it holds up. I mean, it's purely personal preference, but I just think that holds up very, very well. But yeah, very nice figure. So we'll get him out of the way. And we shall move him off to the side and have a look at the Predator. Now, this one is a bit more difficult. So, because of the type of articulation he has, just like the alien, he has that kind of swivel, but he also has a swivel at the leg area. He does have a slight bend at the knee, not too much though, but also a rotation at the top of the knee. His feet are on ball joints, so you can move them forward, back, side to side, and rotate them full 360. He has a rotation at the waist. No ab crunch or anything. It's just one solid chest piece. His arm can bend slightly out. This arm can as well, but just keep in mind it's got this here. See, I've already broken the wire, which is, I'll have to get a bit of glue and fit that on. He does also have this rubber cable here, so you want to be careful when you're bending this arm. His device doesn't open, and as you can see, they haven't fully painted it there. One of the signs that it could be a bootleg. Yeah, and as you can see, you can push that back. The blades are put in the wrong way, so they can't move. They are supposed to pop in and out. Both of the hands are on ball joints, so you can move them any way you want. The head is on a peg joint, and it has a lot of free motion. His backpack is removable, so you can take that off if you want, and the cannon can move forward and back, and it can also rotate, but it's not something I really want to do because it's quite fragile. So yeah, detail on it's really nice, and the detail on the Predator is really nice. The paint isn't as good as you would see on a modern Predator, definitely, but it's good enough. And I think, obviously, if this is a bootleg, it's based on how it was painted back then, and I think both of these figures still look very good even today. Like, the detail is here, guys. You know, yes, it might not look as good as the Ultimate Predator, but I'll tell you what, it stands a great deal better than that loose, lanky piece of crap. So, it does stand on a little bit of an angle depending on how you have the legs, but yeah, I still think it's really, really great. So as I said, I'll just show you guys. The head is on a peg joint, so here it is, a little hole there, so we can have a closer look at the details. As you can see, the eyes aren't the best, it doesn't look very film accurate, but you know, it's still nice. You've got these nice little spotted texture here, and you've got the gold areas in the dreadlocks. They don't seem to be that shiny. In terms of sculpt, I don't think they've really changed the sculpt since this original one. I think, yeah, all the details are there. I think it's just the paint, really, that they update. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, it's a really good figure. What I always thought might have been a good idea is to have the swappable head with the mask, which they do on the Ultimate version. You know, but no, I think this is a very nice, I do love his necklaces as well. This is a very nice representation of the Predator. Sadly, he doesn't come with his masked version in this set, but I honestly think that's fine. And then, as accessories that are exclusive to this set, I think they no longer are. They've been released several other times. As we have the alien skull and the Predator skull. These are very, very nice. So, as you can see here, the alien one does have articulation. It's a little loose, but it does hold up. I think it can close fine enough. No, doesn't want to. No, it's loose. It's got this very nice wash on it, this kind of greyish wash, you know, just to accentuate the details on the bones. Of course, you've got the cracks on the skull. It does look very nice. You can even see that little thing where the neck is supposed to go. So yeah, it goes nice. The only problem I have with this isn't a big chap's skull, because a big chap's skull has a human skull. It's exactly the same, except this bit here is basically a human skull. This is an alien skull. But it's still nice nonetheless, don't get me wrong, but I just always preferred the human skull on it. That's, you know. But this Predator skull looks absolutely fantastic. You see all that. It does have articulation. The mouth does open and close. I just prefer to keep it closed, to be honest, but it's purely up to you. It's very, very cool. You see all those ridges in there, and then here where all of the dreadlocks connect. Very cool. That's one of the reasons why I love this set. I just love the inclusion of these guys, you know, these two little trophies. So if you're wondering how to put the backpack on, there are just these two little peg holes here, and you'll see the two little pegs on the backpack. You just pop it in there, and then you find the connection point at the shoulder, and just sit it on there like that. Nice and easy. Very, very good. Yeah, this is one of my favourite Predator figures, genuinely. And I think what I love about it, it's not loose. It doesn't have any ridiculous joints that either don't work or are just completely loose and make it impossible to stand. These are very well-made figures. Yes, they've got a few issues here and there, like I have said, but they're very good. They're simple, they're fun, they look great. If you can track this set down, guys, I would highly recommend that you do. And, you know, I think it just goes to show that sometimes the older ways are the best. Yes, they don't have the articulation that a modern figure would have. Yes, they don't look quite as good, but I just think their simplicity and their general sturdiness and how well made they are really makes them worth the pickup. And hey, if these are bootlegs, I'd love to see just how good the original versions are. So, yeah, I do have to make that disclaimer. Honestly, there is no way of me even telling. But, you know, could be faulty stock that was never sold because, you know, the blades are on back to front. You know, that could have been the reason, guys. I don't have a clue. But this was the only way I was going to be able to own this set because I can't afford to pay the prices that they're asking for it now. So I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. I'm sorry that I couldn't show you guys the packaging. When it came from China, it was just crumpled and it was damaged beyond repair. But I will throw up a little image on the screen just so you guys can see what the packaging would have looked like. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below, do you guys have this set? Do you have the real version of this set? And if so, have you kept it all these many years? Are they your favourites? You know, just let me know down in the comments below. Let me know that you like this video, guys. And I'm making this because I know I haven't been making as many NECA reviews, and I know a lot of you guys that are subscribed to my channel love NECA, and that's what you're here for. So I plan to do a lot more NECA videos in the near future, guys, so don't worry. Thanks ever so much for watching this video, guys. Stay safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.